What's going on today, Maureen? We're gonna try to take down some weeds today. I happen to be the proud owner of Bindweed in my yard. You know, that weed that travels about 15 to 30 feet underground by vines, comes up looking like morning glory. You know, there are some weeds in my yard that I pluck out and whatever, it's not a big deal. But the bindweed, what I don't like about it is that as plants are coming up, the bindweed wraps itself around it and then yanks it down to the ground, which is impeding its natural growth. I'm wanting to do an experiment. I don't use Roundup or Killex or any of those types of products because they do stay in your ground for 6 months, and they can also travel underground and go quite the distance. So then that means it's going to be affecting other plants. It is also going to affect the microbial underground, and I want all of this to stay connected and to be healthy. So I am going to be using vinegar. But when I've seen people's comments saying, I've tried the vinegar and it doesn't work, they tend to be using just the store-bought vinegar that's only about 5%. And what you need to be using is at about a 10% vinegar. This one, which is called Enviro Weed Killer, it is, I think, between 15 and 25%. It's quite a higher amount, so it's very concentrated. I'm going to be doing this video over a couple of days just so that we can actually see the results of, does a high concentrated vinegar work? But before I start, I'm going to be using these types of sprayers, and I haven't used them in a long time, so I'm just going to put some water in just to see if they are still working. This one I think is newer than this one, but we'll see. This one is starting to get some pressure, so it is spraying, so that's good. Let's try this one. So this one is working as well. I've decided to go with this one because it does have the strap, so I can put it on. I'm going to make a half batch because we could use this entire bottle, but we're going to just basically take a half a gallon of vinegar. Then we're going to add a half a cup of salt and 1 tablespoon of Dawn dish detergent. The soap will help it to stick to the leaves, not just kind of roll off. And you can make a smaller batch of this, and that would be 1 cup of vinegar, 1 tablespoon of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of the dish soap. I am just going to add just a smidget of water because I want it to wash down the salt. Put on our lid, and then I am going to give it a little bit of a shake to stir it up. I probably should have got a stir stick. Spray your weeds when it's very sunny out, and also if there is a wind, it's good to have a piece of cardboard or something to protect your other plants that are around the garden. You don't want to get this on your plants that you're trying to grow. So I have this plastic spray shield for when you're spray painting, and so I'm going to use that just to protect it. The wind seems to be coming this way, so I would want to be doing it here, and also keeping it up close just to help with any overspray. So we are going to cover these good and see if we can start combating this bindweed. The only way to actually get rid of bindweed is to keep pulling it constantly. I put it all on the wood chips just to be on the safe side. So we'll check back tomorrow and just see if this stronger vinegar with the dish soap and salt will work. So here it is just a few hours later. You can see where I've missed some, but maybe the roots will be dying. This looks really good. Here is our 24 hours later. That looks amazing. Here's yesterday and here's today. That has done a great job of killing it. And it's turning it brown like the wood chips, so you can't even tell that there's dead plants. This side, it's all dead. This could still be dying, so I am just going to give it a little bit more. This is the area I noticed last night that still had too much green. So we'll just touch up. It does a really good job of all of this. Yeah, there's not much left in here. These grasses. Oh, here's some more. Basically, I'm just putting it on the plant and touching it. Vinegar solution for the win. The great thing with the vinegar and the soap is that the soap is helping it to stick to the leaves, and that vinegar penetrates into the leaf and then goes right down into the root and kills it. So this is a huge game changer for me and is going to make such a difference in the bindweed that keeps basically strangling my plants. I am pleased with the results, and for those people who have tried it before, you need to use a higher percentage in your vinegar, and that is going to make a difference. So anyway, I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care and God bless.